Here in this valley of lions, we make a permanent camp and carefully prepare to obtain motion pictures and sound of the giant cats in their natural moods.
You know, this reminds me of a duck blind back home.
That's practically what it is, except that we're hiding a camera instead of a gun.
Kaga, our Maasai boy, had chosen the location of our boma, or thorn bush protection, near a stone salt lick where a group of lions were in the habit of coming. On his ant-hill throne he scans his realm, always in search of an unwary wildebeest, zebra or warthog, which will afford a target for his hunting skill or satisfy his enormous appetite. They prefer zebra meat to any, and kills with this are to be seen nearly every day. Next to the zebra, harmless gazelles make easy prey for even the smallest of the killers. A hungry lion will stalk and kill any animal it sees, and there are few, with the exception of the rhino and elephant, which are comparatively safe. Truly the king of beasts, flesh-eating and blood-drinking, but now a picture for an artist's eye. Though she appears as gentle as a tabby cat, the female is more deadly than the male. Look, she sees us. It's quiet. Look out. Here is a remarkable photograph. Two lions have made a wildebeest kill, and the herd can be seen in the background, even before they had a chance to get away. Even at that, some of the best pictures escape our camera. For instance, we saw this great female leap clean over the hedge in the background, carrying a 200-pound gazelle in her teeth. I'm not supposed to be able to climb trees. But how would you like to be where the meat is? The heat at all times is almost unbearable to both man and beast. In the middle of the day, when the sun is white hot, they huddle under scraggly trees for what little shade there is. Lions are rarely found in large numbers, and it is quite unusual to photograph several at one time. At 3 months of age, the cubs cry for meat, and mother must provide. For these have not yet reached the age when they can make a kill of their own. While we were in the boma, the lions inspected our truck, even attempting a small attack on this unusual stranger. They tore off a spare tire and slyly took... They seem much surprised when it doesn't bite back. There is a widespread belief that lions live in the jungle, though the truth is just the opposite. They are always found in open grassy plains, because the lion is an eater, and he feeds entirely on animals off the virgin grass of the open country. She carries this 200 pounds of dead weight like a house cat would a mouse. But lions never tease a victim. They break the neck instantly with a tremendous swipe of the paw and eat what they want almost immediately. Others have caught the scent of the kill and come in uninvited to attend the banquet. Shooting the prowlers of the plains with a camera is much more difficult than with a gun and brings one in closer contact with them. There are no place cards at this feast, but despite their noticeable lack of manners, it is a remarkable fact that they seldom quarrel over a kill, but share it amicably. So great is a lion's appetite that he must make a kill every 2 days in order to exist. The thousands of lions in this section kill hundreds of thousands of animals each year for food alone. In their natural state, active lions are seldom found with great shaggy manes like those in a zoo, because the long hair is caught on bushes and torn by the thorn trees.
Trigger! Get rifles from motor car, quick! Look out, Charlie! The Bulma! Quick!
One big male even followed us toward the boma. It is very interesting to watch a lion shy at the sight of thorn bushes when he will charge straight at a firing revolver. After reloading our revolvers, it was useless to continue the battle because it was already too late to do it for poor Kaga. Handicapped as we were, with the rifles in the truck, we were forced to wait the rest of the afternoon for the lions to leave. Finally, 5 out of the 6, which were around us, trooped off behind the leader. Only one of the man-eaters remained at the kill. A few hundred yards away, a flock of vultures awaited his departure. And behind them, far in the distance, a ring of cowardly hyenas also await their turn.
I think it's the first tusk I've ever seen. They're going to put a dance on for us inside the wall. Let's get the camera down there.
The story of the Umangis is as strange and tragic as any in the history of races. A few hundred years ago, these women were far famed for their beauty. Now they are the most horrible in all Africa, and so made by their own hands. The duck-billed women, apparently happy, yet they vie with each other for bigger and better lips. What won't a woman anywhere do to be in style? The lip is pierced when the girl is a baby, and it is stretched year after year, wider and wider, around a circle of wood like the hoop around a barrel. This strange practice, unlike any other curiosity in the world, is done only by the women of the tribe, and necessity was the mother of the invention. Years ago, when slaves were bought and sold all over the world, Arab slave traders swooped down on the tribe at every chance and carried away the wives and daughters to the slave markets at Timbuktu and Zanzibar, where they were sold to the highest bidder. The tribe diminished so rapidly that the chiefs schemed to make them frightful instead of beautiful, to keep the slave traders from taking them away. So they split their lips in childhood and insert wooden discs, first the size of a button, and as the women grow older, the size of the disc is increased until some of them carry circles 10 inches in diameter. This strange disfigurement, frightful to us, is considered great beauty to the Ubangis, and these women are the social leaders of the tribe. The older the women, the larger the discs, and the higher her social standing. Here is the queen of the saucers. The red rouged lips of our women are just as curious to the Ubangis as their beaks are to us. With the passing of slavery, this custom so long established is now being tabooed by the French government. But ugliness is still a virtue, and even now the prettiest daughters slash their cheeks to win the favor of their warriors. These little girls mature very early and are often married before they are 10. They are mothers. Some of our youngsters are in the 3rd grade. By the way, the little fellow in the foreground is still single. When he grows up, the last of the duckbills will be gone, and he will find that it was just an old Umangi custom. Women without scars or big lips haven't much value, and the father sells whatever he can get. Here is a young man with a pet hyena who is on his way to make a trade for a wife. But the ladies don't care much for the hyena. So he returns home for his only other possession of value, a trained marabou stork. Now the stork is playing hard to get. A plug of tobacco or a package of cigarettes will buy the best-looking girl in the village, and the boy wants his choice, but the father gets rid of the biggest eater first. Anyway, the boy isn't particular. He's saving up to buy one with a nice big saucer lip, so this girl will do in the meantime. Without much ceremony, he sends her out to rustle up something to eat, and settles down for a little rest. This is also an old Umangi custom. I-M-P-A-L-L-A, impala, the most graceful of all the antelope family. They always travel in herds of 100 or more through a park-like country.
I'll make him show some action. Be careful. Don't hit him. I won't.
When frightened, they jump, kangaroo, but infinitely more graceful. The natives call this the dance of the impala, but we call it the dance of the leaping linas. Look at that baby jump. If you notice, folks, the one without a hat is a distant relative to the Mexican jumping bean. No authority seems to know why the impalas jump. It's just another of those unexplainable mysteries of African animal life. No amount of outside interference can stop them again. Sometimes they jump backwards to keep the dust out of their eyes. They almost seem to have wings as they literally glide through space. Their lithe bodies sail through the air for as much as 40 feet in a single jump, and 12 to 15 feet high, but sometimes higher in the spring. They jump higher on their mother's side than they do on their father's side. Here's a great job for a cowboy, picking in one of these things. It's probably something they ate last night. There goes 3 of them up together. Lions eat very few impalas because the impalas keep him on the jump, and the lion goes crazy trying to catch up. Of all the strange animals to be found in Africa, none is funnier than the wildebeest, or gnu, G-N-U, that famous African antelope. From the rear, they look like a horse. From the front, like a buffalo. They act like a cow and make a noise like a lion, all of which means that something went wrong somewhere. With their shaggy manes and heavy forequarters, they remind one of the American buffalo, but only at a distance, for they are much smaller. They always roam through fairly open country in great herds, and when the sun is in back of them, their white beards make them visible for miles.
Going to be tough to tell the poor old chief about Tega.
Come on, let's go.
The code of the savage, a life for a life. The council of the elders are meeting to decide which of the younger warriors shall be sent out after the lion. They have long been accustomed to kill with the spear, lions which have become man-eaters or molesters of their cattle. Tega's father sadly awaits the outcome of the council. Any of Tega's older kinfolk, now past their prime in life, would be willing to join the young warriors in the hunt. But a runner has already been sent to the hillside huts of the Masai El Moran, or lion hunters, for honor is reserved solely for them. The fantastic headdress the chief puts on is made of ostrich feathers and is as necessary to the hunt as the spear. The Masai El Moran love a battle, but not all of them are allowed to go on the hunt, for it is a great honor, and the chief can only take along those chosen by the council. Most of the younger warriors wear headdresses made from the manes of the lions they have. All their lives they have lived on animal foods, blood, milk, and water, and they are as fit as the lions they hunt, proud, cruel, and fearless. They let us come along to photograph the hunt, only on our sun to shoot the lion. Their faces, legs, and chests are painted red, yellow, and white, with a substance made from the ashes of previously killed lions. Naked or half-naked, with girdles of leopard skin, buffalo hide shields colored with bold patterns, and each carrying a long-bladed spear. For now the main master of the wilds, the terror that stalks by night, this grim lord of slaughter, is to meet his doom at the hands of the only foe who dare molest him. This is the challenge. They chant in unison the song of the lion, and their own fierce singing builds up a furious wrath at the man-killing beast. All morning, the tireless Maasai warriors have advanced across the rolling, grassy plains in long lines, beating across a circle 12 miles in diameter. Lithe as panthers, their great muscles rippling under their smooth, dark skin. Suddenly, a short distance ahead, a great female spied us and darted off to the right. We were tempted to shoot her, but we could not break our promise with the Maasai chieftain. The hunters divide to form the final circle around the base. The razor-sharp spearheads glint like silver in the sun rays, and their savage yells become shrill in anticipation of victory. The lioness takes temporary refuge in a cleat, and now we see that there are two of them, but it is too late to inform the Maasai. In small groups, the spearmen come closer and gradually form the ring of death. One by one, they take their places in the ring, and each, when he is near enough, crouches behind his shield. Spear in hand, his fierce, eager face gleaming over the rim. With shields held steady to protect the body and quivering spears poised for instant action, the men in front brace themselves for the shock of the rushing charge. The lioness watches them closely, unafraid, and seemingly withholding her charge until they are ready. At last, the tense ring is complete. It is a wild sight, the ring of spearmen intent, silent, bent on blood, and in the center, a great man-killing beast. The ring must not be broken, for the man who steps back in the face of a charge is forever branded a coward. Finally, with a tremendous roar, she charges. The crowded moment begins. He plunges his spear into the beast. Strikes him. He's down. His shield protects him. He's up again. Not a man steps back. A dozen spears drive clear through the ferocious beast.
Look out! There's another one!
It's the male, her mate, fighting to protect his own. Look out! He's got another one. Quicker fighting, the white spears flash again. Even as he fights at the spear. Spears have done the work, and Kega is avenged. The whole thing is over in 30 seconds, but what a 30 seconds. Once excited, the Maasais are wild with savage victory, and we wondered if they take after us next. The chief takes away the knife, whose wild frenzy seems to be getting the best of him. Strange to say, the victors appear unhappy over their victory. Lion is a symbol to them of everything great, and they worship his power with deep respect. Finally, the end of this day of thrills is the Maasai tribute to their fallen foe. Reverently, they move the carcass of the lion to rest it on another spot than that on which it died. Weeks later, we arrive at the Indian Ocean, which represents the end of our miles across the most interesting continent in the world.
There it is, Paul. It's 14 months to get here. but the old ocean sure looks good to me.
It's been a great adventure.